Well, hey there, everybody. This is my WWE Payback review. Before I start, I just want to read my results of my poll I put out asking people to rate tonight's Payback. 145 votes were cast. So whoever voted, thank you for voting on my Twitter page. Whoever saw the tweet, thanks for voting on it. I put 4 options out there. I'm a little out of breath because I just ran up my stairs because my room is upstairs. I said rate WWE Payback 3, 5, 7.5, or 10. The lowest percent is 3 and 5, have 19% of the vote. 21% of the vote is a 10 rating. That's pretty decent. 41% voted for 7.5. So thank you all for voting on my Payback poll. Thank you all. Now on to Payback. It had 2 kickoff matches on the kickoff show. I was pretty surprised that Dolph and Corbin was on the kickoff. I thought that was pretty lame. At least, I mean, you're trying to push Baron Corbin as a top heel, as a new star on the main roster. He won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal on WrestleMania, so he goes from the WrestleMania show on the pay-per-view to the freaking Payback kickoff. That's ridiculous and stupid. That's bad booking of Baron Corbin. I like the guy. I think he's a good heel. I think he's improved in the ring. The guy's a monster in there. He's not the best worker. I'm not saying that. But he has improved. So I think Baron Corbin at least should have got a pay-per-view match with Dolph. I don't know what the hell they're doing with Corbin because he won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. He dominated so far on Raw. He's taken out Dolph Ziggler. And then tonight he loses to Dolph Ziggler. I don't know who booked that, but they don't have any brains. Dolph Ziggler gets the win. I don't get it. Whatever. I guess they're going to have a rematch at Extreme Rules. I don't care anymore. Because Baron Corbin should have just beat Dolph tonight and then been finished with Ziggler and just move on. But they're going to have another pay-per-view match, I guarantee you. Or at least another kickoff match. Probably the same thing so Baron Corbin loses with a schoolboy. Dolph rolls him up in a schoolboy and beats him like that. It was pretty pathetic in my opinion. I'm a fan of Dolph. I like the guy. But they obviously don't want to push him to main event level. Whatever. On to the next kickoff match, which was for the U.S. title. Why in the fuck are you having a title match on the kickoff? You're giving it away basically for free because I believe you can watch the kickoff on WWE's YouTube channel. You can watch a live stream of it. So you're giving away the U.S. title match for free. That shows you how much the WWE right there thinks of the U.S. title. They don't think anything of it. They basically should throw it in the trash. But I'm happy on the results. So I had Corbin winning the first match, and he lost. That was stupid in my opinion. Very stupid. Second match, I picked Ryback to win the U.S. title because I thought Kalisto beat him at WrestleMania, so I thought they're definitely going to have Ryback win here. I was dead wrong again on my predictions. I picked Corbin and Ryback. I was wrong. Who cares? I don't care. I mean, a lot of my predictions were wrong, but I don't really care. I enjoy doing my prediction show anyways. Kalisto, Ryback, they had a pretty damn good match. It was about 10 minutes, 12 minutes. With the entrances, it was probably 12, 13 minutes. I enjoyed this match. I didn't think I would. And another thing I thought I would never say and never admit, Ryback actually impressed me. Tonight, Ryback really impressed me. The guy had a fire. He had a fire lit in him. His performance was pretty damn good. Kalisto, that guy's a hell of a talent. He always impresses me. Kalisto wins. I'm happy about that. He is still the U.S. champion. Kalisto retains. Great for him. I'm happy. I still kind of think Ryback should have won tonight, but he'll probably face him at Extreme Rules in a gimmick match, and Ryback will probably become U.S. champion. And good for you, Ryback. I mean, you looked improved tonight. You looked good in the ring. Hopefully, at Extreme Rules, Ryback and Kalisto, hopefully they get a match on pay-per-view. Put on pay-per-view this time. They at least deserve that much. So now to the pay-per-view. It kicked off with, this was sad. I never expected this to happen, but the first match was Enzo. I'm not saying I didn't expect the tag team #1 contenders tournament match to be up first. I kind of expected that, but I did not expect the injury to happen. It was very sad, very depressing, and I mean, I was scared for Enzo. The guy wasn't moving his arms or legs at ringside. They took him off on a stretcher. It was obviously not a work. He really got injured. He suffered a concussion. They said towards the end of the pay-per-view, Michael Cole said the hospital said he suffered a concussion, but all the other tests, Enzo passed all the other tests, so that's really good news. I mean, I was scared. Enzo wasn't getting up. I was in shock. I thought, this is not good. For a way to start a pay-per-view, it is not good. It is sad, and probably every fan, if you have a heart and you were watching, every fan probably was really sad and depressed. But then towards the end of Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, I think the fans got out of their depression. And good for Owens and Sami Zayn to get the crowd back cheering again and not sad. So Enzo goes off on a stretcher. It did not look good. I don't think he can move his arms or legs for a little while until he got backstage. Then they said Enzo was able to move his arms and legs. That's a great sign. The spot was where he got injured. Enzo tried a baseball slide, I believe, under the bottom rope, or looked like that. Or maybe it was a baseball slide under his opponent. I didn't really see the entire move because I was on Twitter. But I did see the replay, and I think it was a baseball slide. Anyways, Enzo's head got hooked on the second rope. In between the second and bottom rope, his head and his arm got caught. Looked very bad. When he fell to the floor, his body just looked limp. It looked really bad, like he could have broke his neck. I mean, those ropes, you run full force into those ropes, and you could get whiplash. You could probably break your neck. It was not good. He probably suffered whiplash and a stinger in his neck, and he did suffer a concussion. It was reported. The match, I don't know if the Vaudevillains, I do not know if they were announced as the winners. I don't know. But that's not important. It doesn't matter. What matters is, Enzo Amore, I love you. You're a hell of a talent. You're great on the mic. You're in a great tag team with Big Cash. All I want to say is get well, Enzo Amore. I'm thinking about you, and I'll be praying for you. I don't really pray. I'm not religious, but I will pray for you, Enzo Amore. I hope you get well really soon and make a 100% full recovery, and I hope you can return to the ring within a couple weeks. hopefully you and Big Cash will be on Extreme Rules teaming up again. That was scary. What happened to Enzo, I don't wish that on any wrestler, not even the wrestler I most hate. I don't wish them to get injured. No wrestler should be injured. Nobody. Not Sheamus, not the Usos, which I don't like them. I mean, I dislike them the most, but not even them. They should not be injured. And if you were happy Enzo got injured, that's what I think. You are a fucking scumbag. And if you are happy got injured, or if you're not a wrestling fan and you're happy got injured and you think it's fake, all fake crap, well, F you. You should go jump off your roof because you are scum. So, Enzo, I really hope you come back and are 100% and fully recovered. Get well soon, Enzo Amore. Up next, the second match was Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. This match started off very hot. It was very good. The entire match was very good. A lot of near falls, which was great. Had the crowd on the edge of their seat. Kevin Owens gets backdropped on the outside of the ring apron. Does a backdrop on the apron, which the apron is even harder than the ring. So that had to not feel good. That was a sick bump. Pop-up powerbomb. Anyways, Kevin Owens wins. I had Kevin Owens winning. It was the right booking decision to have Kevin Owens go over. I had Kevin Owens in my prediction. He wins. I was happy about that. I'm still a big fan of Sami Zayn, and at Extreme Rules, I guarantee you at Extreme Rules, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn will be involved in another match against each other or in a fatal four-way for the Intercontinental title. So Kevin Owens wins, and then after the match, he gets interviewed in an interview after the match. WWE doesn't do that often, but they did, and I was pretty happy about it. Kevin Owens gets to cut a promo. It was pretty awesome. Byron was interviewing him, and he ripped Byron. He ripped Sami Zayn, I believe, and then he threw Sami Zayn over the top rope after the match and attacked him again. So Zayn, I believe, was laid out on the outside, laying there for the entire Intercontinental title match. Kevin Owens then announces, I'm going to go sit at ringside, do commentary, because I am very interested in the Intercontinental title match. Kevin Owens announces he really wants his Intercontinental title back. So he sits at ringside, and he's on commentary, and it was epic. He was putting down Saxton, even though I like Byron. I like him more than Cole and JBL. He's putting down Cole, which is always good. He's just telling Cole to just shut up, and that I don't listen to you, Cole. You don't tell me what to say. You don't tell me what to do. Michael Cole is an idiot. How he acts on commentary, he acts like a fucking idiot. So I was glad Kevin Owens was owning him and putting him in his place. Even though Michael Cole, I'm sure, is a good guy in real life, and I'm sure he's told to say probably 80% of that stuff is told to say from Vince in his head, in his headset, telling him what to say. Anyways, Kevin Owens wins, sits at ringside, Intercontinental title match starts. Cesaro comes out, The Miz comes out, Intercontinental Championship on the line. I predicted Cesaro would win. I don't know why I predicted Cesaro. I let my fandom get in the way of my prediction. I should have predicted The Miz because that was common sense, but I wasn't thinking. I was thinking as a fan of Cesaro. So I picked Cesaro. He loses. Kevin Owens pushes. He's on the outside. Sami Zayn attacked Kevin Owens. That was awesome because it's continuing their great feud. I believe then Kevin Owens pushes Zayn or pushes somebody into Cesaro, and then The Miz rolls him up in a schoolboy. 1, 2, 3. The Miz wins and retains the Intercontinental Championship. I expected it. I wish I predicted The Miz would have retained because that was pretty obvious it was going to happen. So good for The Miz. He'll probably only hold on to the title for another month and lose it at Extreme Rules. And at Extreme Rules, I expect We're going to have a Fatal 4-Way Zayn versus Owens versus Cesaro versus The Miz. And I think that'd be a good match. Fatal 4-Way. And Maurice was at ringside with The Miz. She looked stunning and gorgeous as always. Up next, after the Intercontinental title match, we had Dean Ambrose, I believe. Dean Ambrose versus Chris Jericho. And before the pay-per-view kicked off, when it kicked off, we had the New Day come out. That was great. New Day was very entertaining. But it was pretty sad. I'm sure the New Day at ringside was pretty worried about Enzo because he's injured. And it was damn scary to watch that, not knowing if Enzo had a broken neck or what. But I'm glad it's only a concussion, because he could be back in 2-3 weeks or a month from a concussion. So up next, as I said, Jericho versus Dean Ambrose. I believe they played a video package on their feud. It was pretty good stuff. This match was good. It was damn good. It was better than I expected, but for me, I got bored. I don't know why. I can't explain it. I got bored with the match. It went on too long, but towards the finish, it was damn good. Both Jericho and Ambrose did not give up. They both were fighting their heart out to win the match. Neither guy quit. Neither guy gave in. It was awesome. It was a great match. I wasn't into it. I thought it was boring, and I thought it went on too long. Y2J loses. That absolutely had to fucking happen, in my opinion. Dean Ambrose had to win here. He had to fucking win against Jericho. Jericho didn't need to win. Jericho won at WrestleMania. He didn't need to defeat Dean Ambrose on Payback. Very happy Ambrose won. I'm a fan of his. I'm also a fan of heel Jericho. Heel Jericho, I think, is great. And all you fans that are sick of seeing Jericho and hate his guts and want him to go away, well, that's your problem. And there's something wrong with you. Just wait a couple more months. After SummerSlam, Jericho will be leaving. And then you won't have to see him anymore. But stop bashing Jericho for just being on TV. The guy has a contract until SummerSlam. So leave him the fuck alone. But if you hate seeing Jericho, that's your opinion. Good for you. So Ambrose wins. It was the absolutely right thing to do. Glad he won. So up next we had women's title on the line. The women's championship was on the line, not Stephanie Vince Shane. Not yet. Women's title is on the line. This was pretty damn good. Not as good as their match at Roadblock, but it was very close. It was very good. Charlotte had Natalya locked in a figure 4 for a long time. Natalya would not quit. She reversed it. It was great stuff. Both women are great workers, great wrestlers, and they work very well together. They have great chemistry. I'm a big fan, big supporter. I'll say it on every video if I remember. I'm a big fan, big supporter of women's wrestling. I freaking love it. Natalya, Charlotte, they are great. I love them, and I love Natalya even more because she is the only person employed by the WWE. She is the only one that follows me on Twitter. So I will always have a special place for Natalya because she follows me on Twitter. I really appreciate that. And I'm a big fan of hers. I have been for probably 10 years. Charlotte, I've been a fan of hers since she won the NXT title, women's title. This was a good match. And then you have Charlotte lock on. The finish was just, I don't know what to say about the finish. It was just, I was dumbfounded. I don't know what to think about the finish of the women's title match. It was very odd. It was pretty stupid. It was pretty disappointing. I didn't expect it, and I didn't want to see a finish like that. I think it's pretty stupid to do a finish that you did back in 1997. And in 1997, you really did screw Brett because I don't think he knew you were going to do that. But I'm on the WWE side for screwing Brett. I think it had to be done because Vince did what he had to do to protect his company, protect his championship from Eric Bischoff getting a hold of it, and Eric would have threw it in the trash on Nitro, in my opinion. Or he would have set it on fire. He would have done something. Anyways, a screw job finish, if you think about it, I mean, after you are done being angry about it, and I was pretty, I wasn't pissed, but I was fucking shocked. I was like, why are they doing this finish? It's pretty fucking stupid, but I guess they didn't really know any other way to have Natalya lose and screw her, so she gets a rematch, and then the fans are even more behind her, and she wins the title finally, because she fucking deserves to be women's champion. It's about time. She was Divas champion a long time ago, or maybe it was even a women's championship. Natalya was the champion a long time ago. Probably 8 years ago or longer. Anyways, the finish was just had me scratching my head like, what in the hell is this finish? But then think about it. Charles Robinson was a referee. Little Nature Boy in WCW. If you fans don't know who Little Nature Boy was, just watch old Nitros from 99 on the network and you'll find out who Little Nature Boy was. He was Charles Robinson hanging around with Ric Flair, being Ric Flair's puppet and twin. And he wasn't even good in the ring when he wrestled. I mean, he wrestled Gorgeous George at Slamboree 99, and in my opinion, Gorgeous George was a better wrestler than Charles Robinson. But it was pretty funny to see Charles Robinson do all the Flair spots and act like him. It was pretty funny to me. So, Charles Robinson, Little Nature Boy, was a referee for the women's title match. So, I guess it's going to come out, probably on Raw, it's probably going to come out that Ric Flair and Charlotte paid off Little Nature Boy to screw Natty, because that's what happened. Natty got screwed. Charlotte locked on the sharpshooter, and then Charles Robinson goes like this to ring the bell right away and to screw Natty. Bret Hart gets in the ring. Bret Hart looked like he didn't even care about the finish or care what happened. I mean, Bret Hart he did his job. But to me, it looked like he didn't want to even be there. Especially at the end of the match. When he came out and made his entrance, it was great to see Bret Hart. He was never my favorite wrestler. But I respect the man and what he did for wrestling. But, I mean, Bret Hart did look happy when he came out and the crowd gave him a good ovation. But at the end, he looked like he didn't care to be there. Ric Flair gets in his face. He punches Ric Flair and locks a sharpshooter on Ric Flair. At the same time, Natalya locks the sharpshooter on Charlotte. So that was a pretty good way to end the match. But the finish, to me, they didn't have to do a screw job finish. They should have just had Charlotte cheat and put her feet up on the ropes and win like that. Natalya, I really believe she's going to get a women's championship reign after this screw job at Payback. I really believe she'll win the title eventually. Hopefully sooner than later. Up next, we had Vince come out with talking, cutting a promo for about 10 minutes before Shane even came out. Vince comes out, the crowd is pretty into the segment. They're singing the song, No Chance in Hell, No Chance. And then they're doing their chant, No Chance in Hell. So then they start immediately, like fucking retards, Before Vince even starts talking, they start chanting very loud, very angrily, CM Punk, over and over and over. And it was fucking annoying. Every time, I mean, when Raw goes to Chicago for a Monday Night Raw or for a pay-per-view, every fucking time, why do you have to chant CM Punk? You don't got to do it every fucking live event, you dumb bastards. And maybe I should be nicer to Chicago because they're my neighbor. They're right under me to the south. But no, I'm not going to be nicer because those people that chanted CM Punk, that's what I think of you. You're idiots. Realize and think about that the guy has a contract with UFC. I guess he's fighting at UFC 200, I believe. I'm not sure if he'll be ready or what, but I think he's supposed to. So realize that you're just don't chant CM Punk just because you want to get under Vince's skin. It's pathetic and it's stupid, and CM Punk is not going to come back anytime soon. So it's fucking pointless for you fucking sheep to chant your hometown boy's name because you want to get down on your knees and suck him off and have him come in your mouth or come in your ass. You're pathetic. To chant CM Punk, you are pathetic, and stop it. That's all I gotta say about that crap. Up next, and you probably would get down on your knees if CM Punk was in front of you with his pants down. I'm sure you would. I'd kick him right in the fucking balls if I saw him. But that's a different story. I wouldn't attack CM Punk. I'm not an insane fan. I was just making a joke. If I saw the guy, I would not attack him, and I probably wouldn't even approach him because I don't care to approach the guy. I just don't care about him anymore. I actually hope he loses in UFC. I hope he gets his ass kicked. So he is taught a lesson that you can't just jump in an MMA cage and become a fighter and win. It takes years and years of training. So I'll be watching when CM Punk first fights. I will buy the pay-per-view and I will watch it to see his fucking ass get kicked. Hopefully he gets his ass kicked. So he's taught a fucking lesson. And you think WWE schedule, and you think WWE was hard, and you were pissed off and tired and sick of being on the road and beat up. Well, once you get beat up in that cage, you're going to feel a lot different than being beat up in the WWE. Anyways, enough about CM Pussy. All I got to say is then Vince keeps talking. The crowd is still chanting the jerk-off's name. And then Vince is getting angry. It was pretty funny. He starts yelling, "Oh, yeah, you're a crazy crowd, aren't you?" And then they start cheering because they're marks for themselves, trying to get themselves over on a pay-per-view, which is also pathetic. And then Vince, Chicago, other than chanting CM Punk, I like Chicago. I think they're great fans. They're great WWE fans. They're passionate. They're hardcore fans. But the ones that chant CM Punk, that's what I think of you. So, Vince, then Shane comes out finally to save the segment. And then Shane talks a little bit, and they're popping, marking out huge for Shane McMahon. They loved seeing Shane McMahon. They were popping big time for Shane, chanting thank you Shane, and everything. And then Stephanie comes out. She gets booed out of the building. She kept talking and talking in the ring. She was getting booed the entire time she was talking. And then Vince got angry and said, "This is my beautiful daughter. Respect her." And then the crowd is booing that, and then Vince gets even more angry and starts yelling at them, "Damn it, you respect her!" And it was damn funny. So then Shane, Stephanie, they keep talking. This segment went on too long, but they had to fill a lot of time because the first match didn't even last 5 minutes, sadly. So then Vince says, "I want to see you two I want to see blood. He goes, I want to see blood. And I was like, what the hell is he talking about? And when Vince cuts a promo, he doesn't care where he goes. Vince's promos are not PG. He starts talking about, I want to see blood. And then he starts talking about, I want to see you two fight it out. I want to see you two slit each other's throats. That was kind of weird to say, to bring that up. Talk about slitting each other's throats when you're talking about your kids. That's pretty weird, but whatever. I'm sure Vince didn't mean it. It was just a crazy promo from a 70-year-old man that probably didn't care what he says or cares what he does. It's his company. He'll talk how he wants to talk. Nobody backstage is going to tell Vince, don't be bringing up people slitting each other's throats and you want to see blood. I'm sure all those people backstage are too afraid of Vince to tell him to not do that again. The only person that would probably tell him the truth is Triple H, in my opinion. Triple H and probably Stephanie are the only ones that are not afraid to tell Vince the truth. And probably Shane also. Anyways, this segment went on too long. I'm going on too long about this fucking segment. So Vince says, you two are going to run Raw. Together, I want to see you run Raw and see how you'll work together. You are both going to run Monday Night Raw. They don't look happy at all. The segment ends. Finally, thank God it ended. Now the main event. AJ Styles challenging the WWE World Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns. This was a damn entertaining main event. Damn good match. Way entertaining than the WrestleMania main event, which wasn't that good. AJ delivered way more, in my opinion, than Roman, but Roman was still decent. But Roman can't do as much as AJ Styles can do. AJ's a better worker. He has high flying moves in his arsenal. Roman doesn't have much. Only thing he can do, in my opinion, is do the Superman punch 5 times in every match and do a spear. Which, quit doing the Superman punch. I'm so sick of it. It's a stupid ass finish. And quit doing the spear. You don't even do it as good as Goldberg. You don't even do it as good as Rhino or Edge. So quit doing a spear and Superman punch. Those are lame ass fucking finishers. AJ has some great finishers. He has a phenomenal forearm. He has a 450. He has a springboard flying forearm. He did a flying forearm springboard through the table through Roman Reigns tonight. That was awesome. He has the Styles Clash. He has a calf crusher. He has a lot of fucking moves. He could even pull out the spiral tap off the top rope if he wanted. But he hasn't done that since his very early days at TNA. Or I don't know, last time he pulled out the spiral tap was probably in 2008 or 6 or something like that. He did it when he was younger. It's a move off the top rope where he spins and flips around a whole bunch of times. It's damn impressive. He hasn't done that yet in the WWE. Will he ever? I don't know. Does he have to? No, he doesn't. AJ's a great worker. In my opinion, AJ Styles made the main event great. He made it damn entertaining. It was great. Roman Reigns, I guess he delivered for his part in the match and what he had to do. I guess he delivered. I don't hate Roman, but I don't like him. I'm not a fan of his. I'm not a fan of him as a franchise of the company, as a top guy. I'm not a fan of him being shoved down our throats. I'm not a fan of him being the guy. I'm just not. I'd rather see AJ as a guy, or a lot of other people like Dolph Ziggler, Kevin Owens. I'd like to see as a guy. Sami Zayn I'd like to see as a guy. Even Randy Orton, if he returned, I would rather see Randy as WWE Champion. I know WWE has to book and build new stars for the future, but Roman, in my opinion, is not a top guy. He's not. He's bad at promos. His in-ring work is not good. His finishers are lame as fuck. That's why I'm not a fan of Roman. My opinion. So, when you idiots, some people on Twitter attack Roman, and I guess attack his family and his wife and his kid and tell Roman to go kill himself, or they wish Roman's kid and wife die. Whoever does that, you're a scum. Whoever wishes death on wrestlers or sickness on wrestlers, you are fucking scum, and you shouldn't be a fan, and you shouldn't even watch because you don't deserve to watch. If you're threatening wrestlers who play characters on TV, you're fucking threatening them on Twitter, you are fucking retarded, and you shouldn't even watch wrestling. So, Roman delivered for what he had to do. AJ over-delivered, in my opinion. AJ carried the match. It was a good match. First, it ends by countout. Roman Reigns gets, I believe he got back in the ring, or AJ got in the ring, and it was a countout. Then the match ends, and they announce Roman Reigns retains by countout. This was crap. I hated that. But then Shane McMahon's music hit. Shane says, not in this WWE, not in this era, is a match going to end with by countout. He goes, restart the match, no countouts. That was awesome. I loved hearing that. So, it's no countouts. And then AJ Styles, or somebody got DQ'd. I don't remember which guy, but DQ'd, I think Gallows and Carl Anderson might have interfered, so they were DQ'd. Because they got in the ring, beat up Roman Reigns. Gave him that awesome finisher where Anderson kicks Reigns in the head. That's a pretty cool finisher. They do that, so I guess they get DQ'd. Roman retains the title again. And this was smart booking. This was smart to do this. They send out Stephanie. Stephanie comes out and says Shane might have said it's no count out, but he missed something. He missed that this match should be no disqualification. And Stephanie actually gets a face pop for saying that. That was pretty funny. So Stephanie finally did something good and wasn't annoying on the microphone. Because her talking for over 5 minutes is not good and not entertaining. It's boring. So then it's no count out now and no DQ. The match continues. It was pretty damn good. AJ got hit. He did a springboard, tried the flying forearm. He got hit with the Superman punch, which is shit. And Roman didn't even look like he connected with the Superman punch. I hate that finish. It's probably the worst finish in wrestling today. Probably in wrestling history, in my opinion, is the Superman punch. It's lame as fuck. I mean, who the hell? Roman Reigns thinks he's in an Avengers movie or a video game. It's dumb as fuck. It's stupid. So, AJ kicks out the Superman punch. That was great. And then I believe Roman hit a spear, and AJ kicks out again. And then AJ tries a 450. Roman puts his knees up. So AJ's in a lot of pain. I'm sure that move hurt like hell. After you do a 450 and land on somebody's knees, it has to hurt a little. Or a lot. I wouldn't know how much it hurts because I've never been in the ring. But I'm sure it hurt. And then AJ kicks out after Roman got his knees up. AJ kicked out of that. That was awesome. AJ Styles looked great. They built him. He looked great in the main event. They built him to look really strong, in my opinion. AJ Styles looked great in losing. They built him to look strong as hell against Roman. A top superstar in Roman Reigns against AJ Styles. Roman is much bigger than AJ. Roman, I don't think is that tall, much taller, but he has way more muscle mass. Anyways, AJ Styles, they did a great job of booking him to look strong. He looked very strong in the main event and losing. It was a damn good main event. If I give Payback a rating, I'd give it a 7.5. I thought it was pretty good. The first match was just sad as hell and depressing, and I was sad. for mostly Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, I was really sad about what happened to Enzo. I couldn't get it out of my head. What happened to him? Again, get well soon, Enzo Amore. I hope you make a full recovery because we need you back on the main roster. You're great. You're entertaining as hell. You're one of my favorites. You are one of my favorites, Enzo Amore, in the WWE. So I hope you come back soon and are fully healed from your injury, from your concussion. 7.5 Payback gets. Follow me on Twitter if you would like at TNA WWE Guy. I live tweet every Raw, every NXT, most SmackDowns, and follow me at NXT WWE Guy. I tweet from there sometimes. Also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you ever watched any of my other videos and you enjoyed them, then subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you know friends that are big wrestling fans that like to watch people on YouTube talk about wrestling, then tell your friends to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe. I really appreciate it. Hope you all enjoyed Payback. I enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed my review for Payback. I'll be on Twitter tomorrow night for Monday Night Raw if any of you care to know. Bye for now, everybody.